have a good story. At least his was different. It is natural, of course, that such a wonderful display of aircraft, as well as the daring and skillful work of the pilots, should have drawn great crowds to Farnborough. There were indeed about 120,000 people there when the terrible and tragic accident occurred. For many of them, the greatest thrill of all was the supersonic fly. The airmen who lost their lives, test pilot John Derry, Britain's faster-than-sound pioneer, and his observer, Tony Richards, first passenger to fly at such speeds, had flown through the barrier again and again in the DH-110 jet fighter. When a slight fault was found in the aircraft, they flew in another 110, which had already made over 100 supersonic flights. Their last and fatal demonstration apparently followed the familiar routine previously seen by many spectators. After the takeoff, there followed a climb to about 40,000 feet. Then came the dive, in which the speed of sound was passed. It was after this, when the aircraft had slowed down, that the appalling sight was seen of the machine disintegrating in the air, with the engines and debris crashing into a section of the crowd. The airmen are believed to have died instantly, as did some of the spectators who lost their lives. As these exclusive pictures show, the scene of the disaster was tragic indeed. The violence of the impact resulted in 28 fatalities among the crowd, while over 60 people were injured, many of them very seriously. All possible aid was quickly rushed to the spot and the injured taken away to hospital. The catastrophe, about which of course an inquiry is being held, was not only a paralyzing shock to all who witnessed it at Farnborough, it also stunned everyone throughout Britain as soon as the news was broken. Deep sympathy for the bereaved has been expressed by the Queen and members of the royal family. All Britain undoubtedly desires to be associated in this sentiment. The rescue work and the identification of dead and injured tells its own story of pathos. It was a scene of calamity unprecedented in the history of aviation.